Greetings to all. Now we are going to understand about very simple concept of transferring of the reserves and accumulated losses to the partners in the time of admission of a new partner. So let's start with that. Now you are very much aware with the point that whenever the new partner is entering in the business, then accumulated profit and losses, reserves and any of the undistributed things are to be written off among the partners. That writing of the among the partners will be done on the basis of old partners only. Why? Because the up to this much of time, that is when the new partner enters, up to that they have run the business and they had accumulated their profit and losses with themselves, so they are having a rights on that, while the new partners is not having a single way rights on that reserves or that profits. At the same time, the losses are also to be borne by the old partners, and no new partner have any of the rights on that particular thing. As we are very much aware that always all the undistributed profits are having credit balances, and when they are to be written off, then they are to be debit, while at the same time all the losses are always having a debit balance. When they are to be written off, they are to be credit. So you have seen this on the screen. The journal entries format is given, and these are the fixed journal entries which is to be passed when the new partner is entering the business, and the accumulated profit and losses are to be written off. Now Leela and Meeta are partners in a firm sharing profit and losses in the ratio of 5:3. On 1st January 2007, they admitted Om as a new partner, and the date of Om's admission, the balance sheet of Leela and Meeta showed a balance of 16,000 on general reserve and 24,000 profit and loss credit balance. Record the journal entries in the books of Leela, Meeta and Om at the entry of new partner Om. So let's start with this. So what is the balance present in the sum? So they are having 16,000 as a general reserve and 24,000 as profit and loss. So this both items will be written off among the old partners in their old ratio. That is, old partners means Leela and Meeta, and that is to be distributed in 5:3. So let's start with the sum. So you can very easily understand the general entries will be, now general reserve and profit and loss always have a credit balance. So now when we are writing off, they will be debit. So you can see on the screen, profit and loss account debit, general reserve account debit, 24,000 and 16,000 respectively, to Leela's capital oblique current account, to Meeta's capital oblique current account, and that is to in the old ratio, that is 5:3. You can see here narration I have written in that specifically that among the old partners in their old ratio. Switching towards the next sum, Amit and Vinay are partners in the firm sharing profit and losses in 3:1. On 1st January 2007, they admitted Ranjan as a new partner. Ranjan's admission, the profit and loss of Amit and Vinay showed debit balance. That is, they are incurring a loss in the sum of rupees 40,000. So this 40,000 is to be written off among the old partners in their old ratio. So loss is always having a debit balance, which is to be written off now by making it credit. So entry will be Amit's capital account debit, Vinay's capital account debit to profit and loss debit balance. That is 30,000, 10,000 and 40,000 respectively. Being accumulated losses transferred to old partners in their old ratio 3:1. Now few sums are there for the practice. That is, past necessary journal entries of the following: XYZ are partners sharing profit and losses in the ratio of 5:3:2. They admitted W as a partner for 1/6 share. Following is the extract of the balance of the balance sheet on date of admission. Now looking at the sum, we can easily identify the liability, that is credit balance, right? Credit balance, and on the asset side it will be having a debit balance, right? So by looking at this, we will start our sum. So what is to be done? First, all the credit balances are now to be first written off among the old partners, and old partners are X, Y and Z in the ratio of 5:3:2. So let's start with this. So entry will be general reserve account debit, contingency reserve account debit, profit and loss account debit to X capital, Y capital and Z capital, being reserves accumulated profit and losses distributed in 5:3:2. So you have to distribute all this 36,000 plus 6,000 plus 18,000 in the ratio of 5:3:2. While at the same time you will see here advertisement suspense is available. So that is also one kind of loss, that is deferred revenue nature of expenses, which is to be written off now among the old partners in their old ratio. So it is having a debit balance, we are making credit of that to write off. So X capital, Y's capital and Z's capital to advertisement suspense account. So very simple way we can justify with this particular type of transaction. Now let's move with the next point, that is give general entities to distribute workmen compensation reserve of 72,000 at the time of admission of Z if there is no claim against it. So when there is no claim against the workmen compensation reserve, now what is workmen compensation reserve? Workmen compensation reserve is a reserve kept for the workers if they met with an accident during the working hours in the firm, so that at the time of such crisis there will be no problem arise, right? So they are kept by the partners, right? And from their profits they are accumulating this reserves. Now when the new partner is coming, this reserve is to be written off. Now this is also having a credit balance. So let's move with the general entities of this, that is workmen compensation reserve account debit to X capital and to Y's capital, being reserves and accumulated profit and losses transfer among the old partners in old ratio, that is 72,000 into 1:1 ratio. Now next sum, give the general entities to distribute workmen compensation reserve of 72,000 at the time of admission of Z if there is a claim against that 48,000. Now they are going to write off 72,000 workmen compensation reserve, but there was a claim, that is we have to pay the claim of 48,000 against our reserves. So here your general entities will be, your workmen compensation reserve will be obviously debit because it is having a credit balance, while claim is to be paid off. Claim is to be paid off, so it will be credit, and the rest part, that is 72,000 minus 48,000, the difference 24,000 will be distributed among the old partners in their old ratio. So let's have a look on that. So workmen compensation reserve account debit 72,000, workmen compensation claim account debit 48,000, right? 2 remaining is how much? Remaining is 24,000 to be distributed in the ratio of 1:1. 1:1. So this way we can easily complete our general entities respect to workmen compensation claim. Then comes your general entities to distribute investment fluctuation reserve. Now basic thing, investment fluctuation reserve means what? Investment fluctuation reserve is to be created when there is a very much fluctuation in the market price and the book value of the investment which we have incurred. So this fluctuation, to control this fluctuation, we have this basic type of reserves. Now these reserves will be helping for accumulating the losses or control the losses of the business. So book value is 1,20,000. You can see here, give the general entities to distribute investment fluctuation reserve of 24,000 at the time of admission of Z, when the investment, that is market value, is 1,10,000, but it exists at 1,20,000. The firm has two partners X and Y. So book value is 1,20,000 and the market value is 1,10,000. So loss is how much? Loss is rupees 10,000. So this 10,000 will be distributed among the partners this 10,000 loss will be compensated by reserves, and the rest amount will be distributed among the old partners in their old ratio. You can see over here the working which is shown, which can be easily understood by you people. Okay, now let's move with the journal entries. Investment fluctuation reserve account debit 24,000. To investment, that is a loss which is there, 10,000 to X capital and to Y's capital. That is IFR adjusted in the balance transfer. Right? Now give the journal entries to distribute general reserve of 4,800 at the time of admission of Z, where 20% is to be transferred to investment fluctuation reserve. The firm has two partners, X and Y. So you can see over here in a very simple thing, general reserve is to be written off, but at the same time investment fluctuation reserve is to be created. So when investment fluctuation reserve is created, it is to be credited, while at the same time the general reserve is to be written off. So we are going to switch on with the journal entries like general reserve account debit to investment fluctuation reserve and to X capital and to Y's capital. Have a look on the entry. Yes, 20% I have taken for 4,800, so that gives you 960, and final difference between them will be distributed in the ratio of 1:1. So I am showing the working here, 4,800 at the rate 20% will give you 960. Right, now this 960 you can see where you have transfer, and now left amount is how much? So left amount is 4,800 minus 960, so that gives you 3,840. That 3,840 is to be distributed in the ratio of 1:1. So this way we can complete our this kind of sum. Now here comes A, B, C are partners sharing profit and losses in the ratio of 6:3:1. They take D into the partnership with the effect from 1st April 2020. The new profit sharing ratio between A, B, C and D is 3:3:3:1. They decide to record the effect of the following without affecting their book values by passing the adjusted entry. Now in this sum, this point is very important, that is they want to give the effect, but they don't want to change the values of general reserve and contingency reserve or any of the reserves which is given in the sum. So they want to adjust in themselves only. This kind of sum will be done in the method of past adjustment what we are learned in the partnership. So let's have a look on this. So very first thing you have to do is all the items, general reserve, contingency reserve, advertisement, profit and loss and advertisement suspense, they are to be first simplify in a normal way. That is, advertisement will be debit because it is debit balance, so we have to minus that and rest amount. So finally we are left with credit amount of 1,80,000, which is to be first distributed among the partners in their old ratio. That is among three, that is 1,08,000, 54,000 and 18,000, all credit, credit and credit. While at the same time we are going to distribute 1,80,000 in the new ratio, that is 3:3:3:1. That is 54,000 debit, debit, debit and 18,000 debit. So this is a loss. Loss will be borne by D as a new partner, so that the purpose of not giving the change in profit sharing ratio, right, following without affecting their book values, we can easily compensate these things. So finally difference adjusted among the partners will be this way. So who are going to debit? C and D will be debit, while at the same time A will be credit. So you can see over here on the screen, the adjustment is done in a single entry, and that ends the particular sum. Thank you.